What's good, everybody? Man, it's in the morning, bro. Well, for me, because East Coast, it's literally just now, pretty much the afternoon, like 30 minutes past 12. It's 12:36. Some of you guys on the on the West Coast, this is crazy. This is crazy early for you guys, and for me, honestly, it's really early for me to be streaming, bro. Like, let's not even cap. Let's not even cap. Let me go ahead and hit that like button on this Bethesda and Xbox Roundtable discussion that's premiering. I think, let me go through and talk about this one. By the way, yo, what's good, chat? Yo, what's good? I don't know if we're gonna see any kind of like huge announcements or anything along the lines for that. I don't know yet. I don't think. I mean, I'm not even expecting a lot of the people that usually are out here at night and stuff like that to be in this morning. So this will probably be a pretty small sort of stream and stuff like that. But back on this Bethesda and Xbox, I'm not expecting to see them just announce anything or maybe talk about something. I would like them to possibly say something about maybe some Xbox exclusives, or at least some of the big Bethesda games being Xbox exclusives at least. Sorry for you PlayStation fanboys out there, but Xbox fam, like, I got my Series S over here. I'm like, let's get into it, man. Matter of fact, I probably need to cut this mug off while I'm live streaming. now that I'm thinking about it, let me cut it off. Cut the TV off too. So I don't know how y'all doing. All right. We got chat down here. Probably being toxic or something. I don't know. There's probably a bunch of PlayStation fanboys up in there. Do you think is going to be exclusive? How many games do I think will be exclusive from Bethesda on Xbox? I might go as far as to say maybe like 3 or 4. Like, I would say that Ghostwire Tokyo is already supposed to be an exclusive, but I think it's a limited exclusive for PlayStation. So that's coming to Xbox. So I can't count that one. But I would maybe say, I feel like Elder Scrolls is far away, and so is Starfield. So I think that those two could definitely possibly be Xbox exclusive. Now, I don't know about a new Fallout game, because I don't think they're working on a new Fallout game right now, since they have those two games they're working on. But if they were, I would probably say, if they announce that they're working on a new Fallout game, then that's 100% going to be exclusive. Because they're just now announcing that under this Xbox contract and stuff. So yeah, I would say that would be exclusive. So I would say that's probably 3. If they do another Doom, if they come out with a new Quake, or something along the lines of that, that's probably an Xbox exclusive. Anything like sort of multiplayer, I don't think will be. But I think any other single player, like big single player games, seriously, like Wolfenstein and all those, could possibly just be Xbox exclusives. I've seen as they're going to be coming out to the Game Pass as well too. So yeah, by the way, we got 20 people in here currently right now watching. Yo, hit that like button, fam. Hit that like button. You don't think any current Bethesda games will be Xbox exclusives, but you can see them creating new games for Xbox only? I don't see that. I see it being the ones that are really far away are probably going to be Xbox exclusives, and then the ones that aren't that far away will probably be multi-platform. That's honestly how I see this right now. If they were being logical, Elder Scrolls and Fallout would be a timed exclusive. Not even logical, dude. Bethesda, like, Xbox paid Bethesda like what, $7 billion to play ZeniMax. $7 billion. Do you know how much money they're going to be getting back on just Xbox exclusives alone? Not even the fact that they could make more money if they put it out on PlayStation and stuff like that. But here's the thing. Here's what's funny, is that PlayStation wanted Xbox to have, exclusives. Exclusives. We didn't have exclusives. Now that we got exclusives, and it looks like they could be 100% just Xbox exclusives, people are starting to, all the PlayStation haters are starting to come out now. And I mean, I got an Xbox Series S, and I don't see Spider-Man even thought about being multi-platform at all. And Spider-Man was a big game. Miles Morales and Spider-Man were big games. Them are PlayStation exclusives. I don't see Ghost of Tsushima on Xbox. So that's another big game. I don't see God of War making its way to Xbox. Just because those games before were on PlayStation, you gotta understand, when it's a business deal like that and they own them, that's literally up to Xbox. And in my opinion, it'd be a smarter move for Xbox to do that, because there's a lot of people out there that love Elder Scrolls, Fallout, Doom, Quake, all these games, that probably wouldn't mind picking up a $300 Xbox and getting Game Pass for like $15 or whatever, Game Pass Ultimate, and just playing right then and there, instead of having to buy another PlayStation or whatever, vice versa. So I feel like it's probably going to be something along the lines of that. This might seem unlikely, but we might get at least 30 compensation. I don't know about that one. Would I want them to be exclusive on PC and Xbox? Yes, but the logical would be time. Nah, like, I understand what you're saying. 100%. I do. By the way, 16 minutes to go. I 100% understand what you're saying on that, but I think that when you got stuff like that, it probably is going to be like that Avowed game. That's already an Xbox exclusive. We already know Fable's an Xbox exclusive too, and those games are probably like couples of years down the road, if not more than a couple, maybe like multiple years down the road. So if they bring in like a new Fallout 3 or Fallout New Vegas for like remastered for like next gen, I could see those being multi-platform because they came out multi-platform. But is all of Bethesda's games probably going to be in Game Pass? Yeah. Does that mean that Xbox can probably cash in more because there's still a lot of people that own Xboxes that don't have Game Pass? Yeah. Like, if you see all those, and they even said something about new games, like even play, like all the other Bethesda games are going to be coming to Game Pass and stuff. So yeah, I can see that happening like right then and there. They said it was like within the week and stuff like that, like at the end of the week. And we're almost there. So yeah, man, I see a crazy amount of stuff popping up for Xbox right now. It's looking sort of nice, real talk. You already made the money back twofold within 3 weeks on the bot. Yeah, Microsoft. See, that's the thing. Microsoft got money, bro. Like, you gotta understand, it's not just Xbox. It's Microsoft. PCs, everything. Like, they got money. So, this was inevitable. And also, I knew at some point Xbox was gonna buy some big thing. And honestly, one of the big things I was talking about with my buddy like years ago, would be like, man, it'd be dope if Microsoft owned Bethesda, because they're not going to push Bethesda to take out games or projects that they can't really do and release them half-ass. Not gonna happen. They got Microsoft money backing them too now, not just ZeniMax money. They got Microsoft money backing them now. So yeah, I would say that like any games that come out should be 100% masterpieces, especially since Microsoft ain't about to let them be like, all right, you're gonna come out with Fallout 76 again or something like that, and it'd be half-ass, not even half-ass, like a quarter-ass. No, bro, it's not happening. It's not happening at all. Yo, what's up, my guy? You hope they buy EA? I mean, that's another thing on the Xbox. If you got Game Pass Ultimate, EA is in that is in that subscription. They're actually built in with that subscription, so you get EA games in there as well if you got Game Pass Ultimate. So honestly, you're not far off. If they did that, EA would be totally different. EA wouldn't be as money hungry type like that. Facts, man. So but if they did buy EA, it would be a little bit better. But I don't think they go after EA. They're looking for more single player stuff, because like I said, they got multiplayer stuff, so they're looking for more single player stuff. Feel bad for Global. Yeah, Global is in a crap show right now. Microsoft owns. Yeah. They could buy Sega, but I don't know. It's like a pressure. Yeah, probably is, but they need to get on with that. By the way, hold up first, check chat. By the way, if y'all ain't hit that like button, hit the like button. We got 12 minutes before this little round table does start. We get a lot of information from Bethesda joining Xbox. Hopefully we get some exclusives talking and stuff like that. So if you haven't hit the like button, hit the like button, man. We're not gonna have the same amount of audience that we normally have at night and stuff like that, or when everything's popping off on Global and JP Dokkan Battle like we normally do, like anniversary and stuff. So it'd mean a lot if you can hit the like button. I'm gonna go check something out really quick. All right, we're back. So, the next logical is Ubisoft. To be honest, Ubisoft and Microsoft are all buddy for a while now. If they bought Ubisoft, then that means like what, all of the Division and all that stuff would be on Xbox Game Pass. Like if that happens, if they had Bethesda and also Ubisoft in the Xbox ecosystem and in the developers community and stuff like that, like you got all these studios, like they're in the team Xbox Studios. That's a big game changer. Even more, that would be another massive W for Xbox right then and there, like just instantly, because all those Tom Clancy games would be there. So all the old like Splinter Cells and everything else, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, Splinter Cell and all that. So yeah, all those would probably be in there as well. That would be insane, but I don't know about that one. Honestly, you won't be surprised if Xbox tries to acquire PlayStation at this point. 40 billion. No, I don't think that. Yeah, Assassin's Creed. I forgot about Assassin's Creed as well. That'd be great. No, not Bethesda. We're talking about Ubisoft at that point, man. Ubisoft has Tom Clancy and stuff. If they had Tom Clancy too, that'd be insane. Yeah, my homie said it. Dokkan broken, for real, like fix your game. Yeah, it's still broken. Like Global, I feel like I need to make a video talking about why I feel like now, since Global's in these broken states after updates, where the game just crashes sometimes and sound doesn't work. Like you guys have been on live streams where I don't even use the sound anymore because I'm like, oh well, sound's out. So yeah, I feel like that version Z update should come out to both JP and Global Dokkan Battle at the same time. I don't like when it's like that, we're split up like 6 months apart, especially an update like that that's supposed to help new players, because Global knows damn well, not even Global, just Dokkan Battle knows, Bandai knows damn well that they get more people into Dokkan Battle in the global 6-year anniversary and worldwide celebration than they do JP's anniversary alone. Yeah, you're not wrong about that one. But Assassin's Creed has fallen from grace last one. Yeah, Black Flag was good. And Origins here. That's the thing though. Like, Xbox wouldn't allow that to happen though. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, Xbox ain't gonna allow them, if they're flagship type stuff like that, they're not gonna allow that to happen. And see what happened with Halo. Halo, they was like, They looked at the community view, was like, bring it on back and work on it. You see what I'm saying? Like, like, bring it back, work on it. It's delayed. So just know that one. Is Sony punching the air right now? Sony, the only way I can 100% fully actually say yes or no is by the end of this show. If Sony, if they say that all Bethesda games now going forward are Xbox exclusives by the end of this show, then yes, 100% punching the air, because that means they're losing out on all those first party, everything, big games, and that means Elder Scrolls, all that stuff gone. Then I would see a lot of hate videos going to be put up by PlayStation fanboys on YouTube, because just like how when Xbox announced that they were trying to acquire ZeniMax, all you seen was nothing but PlayStation haters. Like, I'm talking about like PlayStation fanboys hating Xbox and all this right now, talking about this shouldn't be allowed and everything, but it's okay when they buy studios, they keep everything exclusive. They're all right with it. Yeah, man. You'll see there. You'll see. That was shown in a few days. I think so. I think I might have seen that. When's it start? It's starting in 7 minutes. I should have shaved, man. I don't normally call them because I know we got some Xbox. I know we got some sex box here that are just 100% all in Xbox and stuff like that, 24/7. Like I said, I got an Xbox, I got a PC. I used to have a PlayStation back in the day, so I'm not necessarily hating on everything. Honestly, I wouldn't be upset if they were like, hey, we can come to an agreement with PlayStation that we can get some of those exclusives on Xbox and you can get some of these exclusives on PlayStation. I wouldn't mind that at all. In my opinion, the whole exclusivity thing is dumb, but if one side is hoarding all their exclusivities and then the other side just says, F it, I'm gonna do it too, then yeah, I'd probably be like, all right, that's it. Like, could you imagine how big Xbox and actual Nintendo would be if Xbox and Nintendo like collab together? Like, could you imagine that? Like, hell, even if you say that with PlayStation, because, you know, Japan, if you said that, that would be dumb. Like, literally insane. So, in my opinion, when you start getting collabs going on, bruh. You have the Xbox Series X. Well, Xbox Series X is dope, my God. You ain't got nothing wrong with that. You feel like Bethesda is going to make their bigger name games like Fallout, Elder Scrolls with both consoles, but they're smaller titles like Rage, Xbox? I don't think so, because you got to understand that goes through Xbox now too, bro. Xbox own them, so they own. Xbox is over top of Bethesda and ZeniMax. They own them, so it's like Xbox to get the final stamp, bro. And they paid us like, look, we just paid you this much money. We own your butts. No. So I can see that. I mean, they could I would say it'd be reverse. In my opinion, it would be reverse. Like, all the smaller titles would be like, you know, everywhere, but the big exclusive, like the big name games would be like, first of all, I think Xbox had more mod systems and stuff like that for Skyrim and Fallout than PlayStation. Should tell you something right there. They work better. Tell you something right there. So, you feel me? You just got a Series X. Nice. Yeah, 4 minutes now. You feel like maybe Miles Morales would run better on a Series X. I don't know. I knew you were Team Xbox. Well, yeah, I mean, I bought an Xbox. I even made a live stream whenever I got the Series S. 100%. I had a live stream unboxing that. It would have been different if PlayStation was in there. Like, would I have got the PlayStation then? No, because I don't have a lot of friends on PlayStation. So, yeah. You don't hate on either Sony or Microsoft. I think the whole feud is dumb. Yeah, the feud is dumb. The feud is dumb. I will 100% say that the feud is stupid. But that's just the kind of like the world we live in right now, where it just has to be like that. It's kind of dumb, but it'd be like that. Yeah, man, it was more of a thing like bam right then and there. Day one Game Pass. Oh no. Here, that's one thing you don't understand right now. All those are probably going to be in Game Pass. If they say exclusive, that's going to be different. But all their games should be in Game Pass, 100%. Like they're actually adding all the other old Bethesda games in Game Pass. So yeah, the new ones are definitely be in Game Pass. I think they've already said that. Oh yeah, 100%. I think both systems are great. They got their own exclusive and stuff like that. Now, with Xbox, we'll see. But in my opinion, if whoever buys both consoles or whoever has a PC and then buys a PlayStation, in my opinion, wins. That's the only people who win. Is people that got a PC and then they get a console. You want both? Yeah, like I eventually want both systems. Like that's not even a thing. I initially want both systems. The only thing is that money, bro, and getting restocked in and stuff like that. All right, we got 60 seconds left. I'm gonna go ahead and pause the music, and I'm gonna turn this up a little bit. That way, whenever they start talking, it should be good. You guys can let me know if it needs to be adjusted. Then whenever they start talking. So yeah, we less than a minute left. Let's get it. God of War is your favorite series, honestly, but you mostly play Xbox. That headset, yeah, the headset's fire. I wish Xbox would send me out that headset, bro. Matter of fact, Xbox, you watching this? You wanna sponsor your boy? You want partner? That ain't never happening, bro. Don't even, for anybody out there like, bro, like that ain't never happening. Come on now. Actually, I should make myself a little smaller. Right here, the way I can get out of y'all's frame too much. There we go. That's a little better. Now I can look back like that, like I'm watching it with y'all. Like, matter of fact, you ain't got no snacky snacks. You ain't got nothing right now. What you doing? Premiere will begin shortly, bruh. The PlayStation controller have a 450 hour expected lifespan. Wait, are you talking about like as in like before they break or something? Mighty Keith used to hate on Xbox. They still get, yeah, I know they gave him one, but he's also a bigger channel. Like I know who you're talking about. He makes all them skits. Y'all watch him. I am Mighty Keith. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. You do 450 hours on a single game, right? But I don't know if that is. That's crazy. All the videos and articles about it. The place. No, I didn't know that. I did not know it was like 450 hours. Like my like you guys know I've had my controller, well my Xbox for a while now. So oh we got 2-minute countdown. Oh I don't want that music because I don't know about that music. But y'all know about whenever I got it, like first of all, that series, I'm gonna tell you right now, if you are in the ballpark of looking for it, like I'm not gonna try to be a spokesman or nothing like that for Xbox or anything. But just in my recommendation of gaming and stuff like that, if you're trying to get into Xbox and you have like a PlayStation and you want both leaps in the next generation to play both games on both systems, just go with a Series S, and then work your way up like later on. Go with the Series S, and get you a memory card, because in a couple of years or so they'll have more memory cards and stuff like that with different actual storages on it. So they may have like 250, 500, maybe even 150 or 125, whatever. But they'll have them. Like I said, I got the terabyte one in, so I got 1.4 something terabytes of storage in there. I still got over a terabyte of storage in there right now because there ain't really nothing to play. But just get one of those $300, and it, like, you would be paying the equivalent of $500, and you'll still be getting the performance, especially if you have a TV that's 4K that does 120 frames per second. And then Xbox just got the frame rate boost update with backwards compatibility now, so now those games work better. So yeah, man, just go with that and call it. You won't be disappointed. Like, I promise you that, right? You won't be disappointed. It's fast, easy to set up. You get straight into it. That's fact. I'm not getting paid by Xbox or nothing like that to tell you. That's just me. I got the console. It's literally sitting over there. I promise you. But 10 seconds. Let's get into this mug, man. By the way, if you ain't hit the like button, hit the damn like button. Subscribe and turn on notifications. All right, there we go. Let's get it. Let's get it. They are expensive, but they are worth it. They are fast. I will say that. You plug right in. Can we get a rip for Robert in chat? I think this was the person.
Here's to the journey.
Yeah, let's get a rip.
The unforgettable adventures.
Sponsored by Microsoft. I wish, bro.
The epic quests. The decades of discoveries. We found each other through a shared passion for games.
This is gonna be good.
More than just a company, a family. With an unwavering belief in people and what we could make together.
The fans are so bad on both sides. Yeah, here they are.
For the last 35 years,
Do I ever stream Xbox? I used to stream a lot of
from a small
Xbox
basement in Maryland
on Twitch.
to studios and offices around the world. Together, we brought our
I hope
dreams
this is
to life.
copyright free
Worlds
music.
that inspire creativity. And
If I hear
chaos.
talking, if I hear some singing going on,
Worlds
I'm
are free
a
to
mute it.
leave their own mark. From snow-covered peaks
By the way, is the
to
audio
fiery
good for you
depths
guys?
of hell, to post-apocalyptic wastelands and beyond.
Let me know, chat. Is audio too loud or not? Ain't this about a biscuit? Well, that's a copyright claim. Can't hear it now because I muted it. It did sound good. Was it all right side? Yeah, I don't know. Like that was a copyright right then and there. That's tough. That's tough. That's how they get you, though. That's how they get you. The volume was right. All right, good. It's damn it. Oh, there you go. There you go. I have to do this for you guys to even get that. Where I got it cropped. I think that's the end of the music. Yeah, I think that's the end of the music. All right, there we go. Indiana Jones.
Hi everyone, this is Aaron Greenberg, the head of games marketing at Xbox. We are here at the headquarters of Bethesda in Maryland. It is a truly special day, and we wanted to take you behind the scenes to hear from the creators, hear from the team members about what it means for Bethesda to join Xbox in this roundtable. With that, I'm going to turn it over to the head of marketing and PR at Bethesda, You know him, Pete Hines.
Yep.
Good to see you, sir. Thanks for coming out to see us.
Good to be here.
Thank all of you for joining us. I want to start by introducing our colleague who could make the trip out here, but is going to be joining us on the roundtable today, and that would be Bond, Sarah Bond, joining us all the way from the other side, head of partnerships at Xbox. That was pretty good. You have to introduce yourself.
That was awesome.
Right?
It's good to see you, Pete.
Good to see
I
you.
already like
Thanks for
this.
joining us. To my right here, we have two Aarons. We decided to stick all of our Aarons over on this side of the room to make it really easy to keep track.
Like,
in addition to Aaron Greenberg,
I already
we've
like
got
this.
Aaron Losey, our Vice President of Global Marketing and Communications.
It just
This gentleman
feels
needs
right
no introduction. All of
for
you
them to
should
just
know
be
who
with
he is.
Xbox.
Phil Spencer. Thank you for coming out to see us.
There's good old Phil.
And speaking of people who
There's
need no
good old
introduction,
Phil.
legendary game developer and my good friend Todd Howard from Bethesda Game
It's
Studios.
great to see you in person.
Finally,
Fidelity is sick. Is this a Teams call?
like a year ago.
Bro.
we got
Look at
to
that.
see
He's already doing Microsoft
Some
ads.
legends in the room right now, man.
Definitely not.
Good plug.
Legends
Good
in the
plug.
room.
Check.
Are we getting royalties on those plugs?
Get it all
Phil?
in.
How does this work?
You can see you've had the second dose of the Kool-Aid. That's good.
Bro.
So as Aaron said, we're here
Phil
today to
basically
talk
saved
about this
Xbox,
amazing
right? That's what I'm
partnership
saying,
of
dude.
Bethesda
This dude
and
came in
Xbox
and
coming together.
turned it
I
all
wanna start,
around.
Phil, with you, because you're the one who made all of this happen and had the vision for what this might be. And I wonder if you could start by sort of giving us your own words on how did this all come about?
Yeah, what an exciting time for our fans. I see it in the community. I see it in the industry. People want to know what's going to come. We're bringing all of these creative teams together. We know it
Yes,
gamers
sir.
play games. And we knew our focus on our first party and our ability to build great games for Xbox
By the way, is it good
fans
for you guys?
was
Let me
critically
know
important
if it's
to
great for you
not
guys.
only where we are, but where we're
You guys
going.
can hear everything just
And the
fine.
Conversations we've had with you and the team here over the years have been
We're
instrumental.
gonna start
to
with the
what we've
trailer.
done
No,
today.
I knew
So
they
the
was gonna start
opportunity to
talking
strengthen
first.
that relationship even further, starting now, will just be awesome.
I mean, we're finally here. Like, I feel like we've been building towards this day forever.
You know, we get that because we got a lot of questions, all of us, over the months about, well, what are you going
But
to do
you hear
here?
how he
What are you
said
gonna
that?
do here? And we said it a couple times, but I'm not sure everybody
hear how he
heard
said
it.
that?
They didn't
Like,
believe us, Phil.
we weren't able, there was no decision making going on between the organizations. You guys have been running as Bethesda for all this time. We've been, which, like you said, seems like it's been a long time. We've been running as Xbox, so now we can actually start to sit down and really build our plans together. And that I can't
Yeah,
wait.
this is day
awesome.
one. I mean,
yeah.
but it is fun to see. People just can't believe it's real. Even the official announce, like seeing fans retweet, I still can't believe this is real. And the
Yeah.
excitement of what this means for gamers, what this means for dev teams, like, for us, like
Yeah, that means they get that Xbox money to help out on the studios, bro.
Fans for years, but now,
Come on
like,
now.
we're family, and that's a really exciting thing.
First of all, it's just incredible.
I told y'all,
to be sitting
Xbox
next to
is-
you in
Bethesda's
person
just been
after
working for
many
so
months
long,
of team calls and getting
together.
to know each other.
It just seems right.
So thank you.
And they
for
got good
both
chemistry and
taking
everything.
The time to come out and join us here in Rockville.
Absolutely.
Todd, as someone who's been here since almost the beginning,
Xbox
I'd
money
love your
going crazy.
perspective on what this means to you.
It's a lot of emotions, a lot of
I
excitement.
want that
It's,
setup, bro.
also, it's just surreal. I have to be honest. Like,
Yeah, they
even
shouldn't
if
waste it. I don't think Xbox can let
COVID
them.
and we're doing all of this, just this moment in
Like,
our
I want
company's
that
history
setup, bro.
would be
That
surreal
setup
for
is
myself and
slick.
everybody who's been here.
Like, I want that.
for
I
a very
want
long
Doom
time.
guy sitting in the
Our
back.
company's
You
had
know,
a lot
I
of
want the Pit
chapters,
Boy
but when I think
like
about it,
statue, bro. I
each of
want
those
that
is
stuff.
marked by or doing that with many of the
Morrowind,
folks
oof.
at Xbox through every
Oblivion,
generation of consoles and technology.
Elder Scrolls Online,
And when we
Skyrim.
sort of thought about what the future would bring, the games that we want to create, Phil is someone I'm always calling and bouncing things off of. And as we talked, it became clearer and clearer that
Right?
this kind
They
of
should have.
partnership
They
was
should have.
where we
If
wanted
they
to
would
go
have
with all the
back
games
in the
we're doing.
360
Well,
PS3
speaking of
days, it
partnership,
would have been a totally
we have
different outcome.
A head of partnership sitting right there, Sarah.
Could you imagine
This
Fallout
is
4 being
something
only on
obviously you've been a
Xbox
big part of
and
at
PC?
Xbox. What was your take on how this process evolved and the idea of, hey, Bethesda joining Xbox, becoming part of the same team? What were your thoughts when you first started hearing about it?
Yo, E3 next
in a lot of
showings
ways,
is
it
going to
was
be
very similar to what
insane,
Todd
bro.
just said. Always from the beginning, whenever we were thinking about our plans or our vision for gaming or what we wanted to do next, you guys were the first people we called. Like, we would run things by you. We would have really great discussions about the vision for gaming, the future of Xbox, and in a lot of ways, it was something we formed
AKA
together.
why
And
mods
one of the
look
things we did
good
out of that, right,
and
is
was better to
you guys
install
were early supporters of Game
on
Pass,
Xbox than
you
it was
worked
on
with us,
PlayStation.
you gave us feedback, and we got to just see together the incredible value it creates for both players and creators. And that really was the natural evolution. It created the opportunity for this awesome partnership and for us to come together, be on one team. And so just how you say you think of the future of gaming and you didn't see a future of gaming without Xbox. We just didn't see a future for Xbox without Bethesda.
Now, we know you all have a lot of questions. We've gotten a lot of questions.
That's
since we
funny. You
announced
do
this deal.
sometimes.
But one of the biggest ones, Phil, is this question about exclusivity and how you think about that and how that's going to work with Bethesda.
Yeah, I see it. I see it in the community. I listen to the podcasts and all the questions. So I'm going to try to be as clear as I can because that's what I just think it's fair. So obviously I can't sit here and say every Bethesda game is exclusive because we know that's not true. There's contractual obligations that we're going to see through, as we always do in every one of these instances. We have games that exist on other platforms, and we're going to go support those games.
I knew that was going to happen.
They're on. There's communities of players. We love those communities, and we'll continue to invest in them. And even in the future, there might be things that have either contractual things or legacy on different platforms that we'll go do. But if we're an Xbox customer, the thing I want you to know is this is about delivering great exclusive games for you that ship on platforms where Game Pass exists. And that's our goal. That's why we're doing this. That's the root of this partnership that we're building and the creative capability we will be able to bring to market for our Xbox customers. It's going to be the best it's ever been for Xbox after we're done here.
Okay, Sarah, so Phil was just talking about Game Pass
if I
and how
could
important that
100%
is to
pause that right
Xbox.
now, I'm
You're obviously heavily
gonna
involved in Game Pass.
he pretty much just confirmed that a lot of these new games will probably be 100% exclusive, except if they do have any sort of obligation partnership with other ones like that Ghostwire Tokyo stuff, like limited Game Pass.
Awesome. And represents
all these in
the
here,
beginning of the collaboration across our
that's
team.
going to be
we're actually going to be posting this
there,
in social.
you know?
People can go check it out. All the games are going to be available.
He pretty much just confirmed that it's probably going to be like a day one Game Pass exclusive to probably some of these big games. So that's pretty much what I just took from that. And I'm actually happy that he said it in the most polite, sort of convoluted way that he possibly could.
People don't appreciate
and said in terms of not even just coming out and being like, yeah, they're Xbox exclusives except for maybe like a couple of games.
But then as a creator,
that's the gist of what he said. Like Xbox exclusive except a couple
will
of games.
this find an audience? Or there's certain types of games that maybe in the past.
So yeah, some games are definitely not coming. Some of those probably big games are not coming to PlayStation. Pretty much like I sort of said at the beginning of this, and I've been saying for a while since I've known about this.
They really love to do
it doesn't make sense for them to
it's also just
that much money and do that.
I have a coworker that literally has gone.
So if you were here for that, if you were here to hear that, then
I went in and started playing Fallout 76.
But I'm here to see what they're going to be saying for everything else.
I've been thrilled with the community and just like how supportive it is.
All other games are coming in tomorrow.
Yep.
Yo, what's up, my guy?
That's been
I told you they were supposed to be coming by the end of the week, and they just showed it.
76, while you mention it, is something where it's another sort of point in my mind with our relationship where
they're going
when that game launched, the litany of issues we had, and we let a lot of people down, and well, there was very little we didn't screw up, honestly. And one of the people that I called was Phil, and I said, hey, there's so many things we're dealing with. What advice do you have? And he put me in touch with some people at Xbox who were able to look at all of the games in the system and what was important and what wasn't important to the other games that made it for the long haul.
You see what I just told you?
That advice really, really helped us. And now
he called Phil Xbox to help them get the game in to more working conditions.
Yeah.
AKA, what they're pretty much saying is they're not going to let us screw up on games.
Game Pass across the ecosystem. It's one of the things I think is most beautiful about it. Is it actually?
If you were going down on Bethesda, I would bring it back up
that you may not have otherwise been able to reach
a little bit because Xbox ain't going to let them, throw out half-baked games and stuff like that. It's not happening.
I just think that that's a cool,
if they test the game, believe you, big wigs and Xbox will be there making sure everything works just fine. So whenever the game comes out, it's in working order, working condition, no game breaking glitches, nothing along the lines of they're not trying to hurt their credibility anymore. They're trying to level up that credibility to get back where they were, where it was like, oh my God, Bethesda, everything. That's what they're trying to get back to.
At them because
yo,
that does nothing for
TJ,
them
what's
and
good,
it
my
does
guy?
nothing for us. So, you know, as we host events, whether they're
he called
digital
Phil and Phil
or
turned
in
mob boss
person,
mode, right?
It's about the whole experience. Who do they get to talk to? Who do we get to talk to? It's not about just, you know, churning
You're
a certain number
amazed
of
that
people through,
no one
through a kiosk to
wearing a
put their
mask.
hands on a game.
Probably
I mean,
have been
that's
vaccinated, and
obviously
plus
an
they
important
are
part of it, but
a good little bit
I think
away
we
as
look at
well.
it as the people are just as
But
important
I'm pretty
as
sure
the
that each and every
games,
last
and,
one of them
you know,
had a
having the
COVID test
opportunity
before
to
they even
work
got
with
there.
you, Aaron, over the last few months and planning. It's just so refreshing to see
He's
how
gonna get a whooping, right?
aligned we are in our approach to
Like,
treating
Daddy
fans.
Xbox
I
ain't
agree.
playing.
I'd
They're gonna
just
come in
love to
pop,
say,
pop,
like,
pop with the
it's
belt,
been
bro,
incredible
making it
to
pop.
see your obsession with fans and how much you kind of start there about
That
putting
is
yourself
a
in the
nice
hands of the
little
gamer
setup,
and how
man.
they'll
I would
react to
love those
things and
posters
how you've shaped things, how you've thought about things, and how you've not been shy about telling
in my
us,
office room. Once I
less
get
of this,
everything
more of that.
situated
I've
more,
not been shy
when we
at
go into a new
all.
place, I really
think-
want
I think we
all
had
that
like
there, bro.
a little fight over email in our first 2 days. No, it was.
Yeah.
We tell it how it is. I think authenticity is a big part of who we are too. And
Aaron.
I won. I
See what they done with Sea of Thieves, for example?
Todd, I
Yeah,
wanted to
exactly.
talk a
Like,
little
they
bit
turned that
about
game around. A
something
lot of
that
people
you
love Sea of
preached
Thieves.
a
I
lot
haven't
when
played
I
it
first
still,
got here in
but a
99,
lot of
which is
people love
a
Sea of
willingness
Thieves.
to throw stuff out and start all over again. You sort of champion this idea that you can't be beholden
See,
to any
the way it
feature
is,
that's
it's like
in your game
Xbox is like,
before.
all
And we
right,
hear Phil talk about
I'm
how
not trying to go
rapidly
in
things change in this
and
industry. I think a lot of what we
do
do as
all these
Bethesda
flagship
comes from
games
you
anymore.
In terms of your approach to development and
I'm
being
gonna buy
willing to
y'all.
try new things.
Y'all
to
gonna
push-
do
to
them.
push boundaries.
Y'all gonna do it
Yeah, one
right.
of our
We're gonna
mottos
fund
in
you
the
too
studio, and it
with
became in the
extra
company for a
funds,
while, is great games
and
are
we're
played,
Xbox, so
not
we can
made.
get on that
You can have the
stage.
best
Y'all can come
design,
out
this is
instead
a
of doing
genius
y'all's
idea,
own sort of event.
but you never know how it's
Y'all
gonna
can come out
feel,
on
like
Xbox,
that, you know,
have it short,
what
sweet,
makes something
show off what you
fun,
need to show off,
in your hands.
keep it
And
moving,
when we think about
and be
the
great.
future of
Both
games
of us
and
win.
our ability to,
But I think
to
that they're
make
going to be.
them,
I think they said something
that
about 2
doing this
shows
together and this kind
next
of
time for
partnership,
E3.
it's gonna
So
sound cliche, like
yeah.
believe it or don't believe it, but we have
I'm
a
very
firm belief
interested to
that
see
we're
if
gonna
they
make
say
the best games we
anything
could possibly make
about
by doing this. So whereas
if they're going to do
I think it's
another
great to
event
have all of these games under one
later
umbrella,
this
what does
month
that
or
mean
not.
At the end of the day, to the games you're looking at, it's for us. They're going to be
So
even
all
better
games are
than the way
exclusive
we were
to
gonna
Game
be doing it.
Pass
And
unless
that's
there's
the
a
ability
contract
to
already.
Tap into
Yep,
everything
pretty
at
much.
Xbox, to tap
Pretty
into
much.
everything that we've done in the past and solve those problems really together.
And something I want to build on there.
Yeah, next
our
year. Yeah, next year in
aspiration is to
person.
have
Yeah, it
literally
is going to
billions
be
of
lit.
people
Once
experience the great games
E3
that,
comes back and they're back
both
on stages, you
our
get that
teams build and our
electricity.
partners. And
It's
through the,
it's
you know, the
it's just
power
gonna feel
of our console,
so. I'm getting
PC,
goosebumps just
and
even thinking about
xCloud, and that continued
E3
growth
again,
that
like
we have.
actually having
My
E3.
aspiration, my goal, my
Man.
hope is that the next games that come out of Bethesda will be
The
the most
Xbox
played
is the
games
bank,
in the
pretty
history
much.
of the
Yeah, pretty
studios
much.
Organization. It's
Xbox
it
is
is
the.
about reaching more players.
We give
It's
you more
about games
funds
that
if
are
you
played,
run out to fix your game and make
finding
your
those
game
players
good.
wherever they are as we continue to expand the great
Back, what did you
capability
miss?
of gaming to more
Pretty
and more
much
people.
Exclusivity
That,
sort of
I think,
things.
is just-
Talking
that's
about
gonna be so
some
fun to
games,
watch
unless they have
as people
contracts.
around the planet
To others,
get
probably
more
going to be
and more
Xbox
ability to
exclusive
experience
Game
the
Pass.
things that
Pretty
Bethesda's
much day
capable of
one
building.
type stuff
Hey,
going
Sarah,
straight
so when
in.
Phil starts talking about this ecosystem and widening the number of people that are able to play games like ours, obviously as somebody who's in charge of partnerships, that's a pretty giant undertaking in terms of the number of people that you're now dealing with. What does Bethesda being part of Xbox now do for you in terms of the partnerships that you're making and how you're able to grow Xbox beyond its current boundaries to something much bigger and broader?
Yeah, I mean, it's just like this fundamental acceleration to our vision, like the ability to actually make it possible for someone to play Bethesda games, you know, on any device, if it's PC, if it's console, but also a mobile device or any other type of smart screen in the future is just incredible.
Yeah,
And,
Xbox is.
you know, partners look at you
Xbox
guys
is trying to
partnering
pioneer
with
way
us,
too
and
much.
they feel
Not
even
even.
more
I won't say
passionate about
way
that
too much
vision.
stuff, but
And
they're
so
trying to
it
pioneer
just-
in a lot.
It dramatically accelerates our ability to just reach players around the world.
Can I jump
Looks
on
like
that a second?
Ratchet and
for
Clank
us,
is free
our
on
old games,
PlayStation 4.
Seeing
Really?
them get out there, I used to worry that, like, unlike movies or other forms of entertainment, gaming has this technology barrier where can I experience the old ones? And I think gamers, I hope they appreciate, but they don't appreciate much the technical marvel that the backwards compatibility is on the systems. The fact that you can load up Oblivion, first game Aaron and Losi and I worked on together, and run it in 4K on your Xbox now, and that's on Game. For a creator to have that still have life is just awesome.
great.
And the teams are already
Like,
working
hear
on
what he
adding
said,
FPS
4K.
boost to a number of those titles too,
Yeah.
which I know we're going to announce soon.
Upscaled
Not today,
4K,
but soon. So,
120
but
frames.
that's right. Without having to touch the
Yeah.
code, you can basically take backward compatible
Bro,
games,
don't play.
take full advantage of the new hardware, and get things like
I wonder why
FPS
Microsoft didn't
boost. It's
dabble
just another
in
win for
VR.
them.
Well, seeing as they
Okay, so
own
we did
Bethesda
say
now,
that
and
we were
Bethesda
gonna be,
has
like, light
a bunch
on
of
news.
VR
This is not
games
a
and
news
stuff
event,
like
but we
that.
talked about
Now they do.
Game Pass, and folks are going to want to know, like, hey, when are we going to get some information on what you all are doing together now that you're starting? So, Los, Greeny, what can they expect?
Well, one, I want to get through today first before we start planning
That's an
the next
admirable
big
goal.
thing. But,
I like it.
We've been having lots of discussions.
We are deep in planning mode, and it's been awesome because even as we've talked about, we think about content, we think about how we produce things, like we actually use a lot of the same teams. We think about stuff in the same ways. So even the process of, people don't realize, but when you go put, historically it was like the E3, event or whatever, you put on a show, you do a digital thing, like people don't realize that takes months and months of preparation. And so
Yeah, it does,
we are
but-
in that planning phase. We are looking at content, we are thinking about content. So now that we are officially one team, this is sort of the opportunity now for us to move at even more accelerated pace. But it's been fun.
Aaron, Greeny's dancing. He's not giving an answer. What's the
We'll
answer?
have something this summer.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Good?
Losi. Perfect. Thank you. Okay, you heard it from Losi. You're going to hear this summer. We're going to take a
Summer
look.
officially ends when? Just want to give us.
Whenever.
Hello.
It's all over the globe.
Uh,
We're going to let Sarah and
this
Todd get back
summer?
to work, and we're going to be joined by Matt Booty, head of Xbox Game
Matt
Studios,
Booty.
and Todd Vaughn, our senior vice president of development, right after this community spotlight.
All right. Let me pause this really quick so you guys don't hear this, and I'm gonna do this for a second. This summer, they're gonna be talking about some things, bro. Okay, man. So this summer, we might get some teasers, some trailers for, Starfield, maybe Elder Scrolls. We might get some big things. I mean, if they do another Evil Within game, wow. Okay, that got interesting, especially other stuff that we don't even know about right now as well too. Like, what if they show off any kind of like motion thing? This would be the perfect thing for them to do after they just got bought that summer. They show off a trailer for Fallout 5 again. Like, if they do it in the style of like Fallout 3, where it was just, you had the music playing and then pretty much, it was just coming out and all you seen was the exo power armor with the, I think it was a plasma rifle. It might have been a laser. It's either a laser or plasma.
Segue, because Games and Studios is what we're here
If
to
we
talk
get something
about.
like that,
Joining
just
us
that,
from Washington
in a
is the head
new
of Xbox
gen,
Game Studios, Matt Booty. Matt, welcome.
a new setting,
Pete, how are
maybe
ya?
I
Good,
won't say
Matt,
maybe I
for
won't say
folks who
Boston
may
or
not
something like
be
that. We've
familiar
never
with you,
been
tell
there.
them a little bit about
If
what
we
you
get
do,
something
your
like,
career, how you got to Xbox. Tell us about Matt Booty.
Well, I've got the great
I would
privilege.
say
of working
I
with
would
all
say
our teams
Texas or
across,
something like that would be
Xbox
kind of
Game
funny to go
Studios,
through or
all
something.
The teams, all the studios, all
But
the great people.
yeah,
Coming
ooh,
up
that,
on 11
ooh,
years
boy,
here
don't
at Xbox,
tease.
working with the team and working with Phil, and had the good fortune to work on things like bringing Mojang into Xbox, and also many of the studios that we've added over the last 5 to 6 years.
Sorry, that studio, you said Mojang? It sounds familiar. Did they make anything?
Yeah.
Oh, the Minecraft
make this-
guys, right.
Small team.
Yeah, maybe Minecraft.
Just
maybe
a little
you've heard
thing.
of it.
Just a little thing like Mojang. And Phil was mentioning that you're kind of the Katamari of studios, that basically you've added how many studios now to
Indiana
to
Jones
Xbox
Game
Game
as well?
Studios?
Yeah.
6?
Yeah, well, we've grown quite a bit. We're at 15 now, so we've
Wow.
added 7 over the last. Few years.
Coincidence? No,
That's
I
a
don't
big
think
double.
I don't think
One
so.
of many
I think
nicknames
it's not
Phil's
it's
got
not a
for me.
coincidence. Because
Well,
once
when I was
that
told I was
event
allowed to
goes
use,
and
during
they're like,
this, so we'll go with
Xboxes
that.
are going to be
Well, Matt,
in
thank you so
stock
much
on
for joining
website
us. Great
and
to
in
have you here.
store.
And also with us is my longtime friend, the man who's responsible for
shelf
me
again.
being at Bethesda. Todd Vaughn recruited me
didn't know
to
that. I
didn't
Bethesda
know
back
that.
in 1999. Our senior vice president of development, Todd Vaughn. TV, I view you as the biggest
It's not a
unknown
coincidence that
secret
Series
in
X
this
is
industry.
going-
You're a genius.
Yeah.
And I want
And they're
you
even
to
working on a
explain
new
to
Series
folks who
X
you
as
are
well.
when you
So
got here,
we
your
might even
background.
go back in the
I
days of
actually
getting the
started in
elite
games industry
versions
with PC
of
Gamer
consoles.
magazine.
So we might
nice.
get like an Xbox
And
Series
I got
S Elite
recruited
and
to
Xbox Series
join
X
then
Elite
Bethesda
like in a couple
before
of years or
ZeniMax.
so,
It was
which I think is
right
is
before.
more badass
And I
than
joined
just giving
Bethesda
us
to
the
basically,
letters.
you know,
Like
scout
when you
games
snap
and-
that
and to
Elite
be
next
a
to
biz
it.
dev to
Yeah,
help
because I remember back in the
publishing
day when you got the
side of the
360,
business.
you had the Elite
And it's
version
one
and
of
stuff,
those
bro. Come on.
phenomenon where, you know, once you get the fish, you got to clean them, and you start going down that path. And I ended up being a lot more involved in the production and the development.
Yeah,
And
right.
as ZeniMax was forming, you know, Robert came in and started ZeniMax and had a mission and an agenda. And right out of the gate, the first part of that mission was to really set up our internal team, Bethesda Game Studios, and put them on a path for success.
Matt, I want to ask you, when you look at the kind of studios that Bethesda has and the kind of games that we make, what is it about what we do that resonates with
Like,
you and that
You want to know
makes
how
you
I know
feel
Phil
like it's
gets
such a
just
good
gets shit
partnership?
done?
We've been sitting here talking about what a
Because
great partnership it is.
Phil don't
But from your
normally talk
perspective, head of development, you get to
unless
work with
someone's
all of these
talking to
studios.
him.
How do you see all of
Like a
those
strong
things
silent type.
combining together in sort
Like
of a
he's just
common
like,
DNA?
I'm getting this done, bro.
You know, if you look at
Like-
some of the commonality of all the studios
Facts,
that we've
bro.
acquired over the last few years, I think the thing that stands out is that so many of
ZeniMax sound like
them
an old
are
computer game.
creator-led. The founders are game designers. The founders are game creators. And most of the culture flows down from that creative aspect, from that game design aspect. You know, I think Todd Howard said it earlier, you know, games aren't made, they're played, right? And I think that resonates with most of our studios. As we've been having sort of get to meet you calls and spending more time with all of the Bethesda studios, it really has stood out that that's the same for your studios, that they are creator led, they're design led, and they also have such a focus on the players. And
So
bringing the
far, I am
players into that
excited
design
for this
process, making sure that once
this
a game
little
is out
round
there, even, and
table
as it
talk right
evolves,
now.
as it grows community. With
We got
community being
confirmation
such
of
an important
exclusivity,
part of what we do these
and we
days,
also got
I think that's
confirmation
another
that this
real
summer we will
similarity.
be
We've
seeing
just
an
got
event.
a real fan
They haven't said
focus, real
anything
player
for
focus,
this month, so
and,
maybe that
that
means
connects all the way back
that
up
they're
to
just
the
going to
top, where
wait
all of our
until
studios
summer to do
really start
anything.
first with the
I
creator,
mean, we
the
still got
designer, and the game
probably some time as
I think as
well.
part of that, Matt, a lot of people
here,
don't realize, but you've set up
but,
the structure as you're at
yeah,
Ninja
this
Theory
is
or
so far
Obsidian or
been
NXL,
pretty
all
good.
these
If they
different teams, like,
introduce or
to
talk
allow
about
them
anything
to
sort of
have,
new,
like, almost like stay in a bubble, so they still have that.
then that's just icing on the cake
ability
right
to
now.
go create what they want to make. Like, we don't tell them what games.
He's a
to
man of
make. Like,
action.
how
Yeah,
would you
he is.
describe that environment and how you've learned from the Mojang piece?
You
and
wonder
then
how PlayStation's
will
gonna
that
rebuttal
apply as we
against
think
this?
about integrating with the Bethesda teams. Into our
PlayStation's fine.
first-party,
PlayStation has exclusives. When
Xbox
their
teams.
bigger
How do we
exclusives
think
come out,
about
they'll be fine.
that and how that makes better
I don't see
games?
PlayStation
You know,
going anywhere or
think
anything
back
like
to
that.
the Minecraft Mojang
PlayStation
days. I
has
think we were just a
exclusives.
few
They will
days
be
into
fine.
it, and our
It's
CEO,
just it's
Satya
going to be very
Nadella, said
competitive
something,
now.
I think it was in an email. He said, you know,
Very
we
competitive.
have as much to learn from them as they
By
have
the way,
to
if you
learn
guys
from
haven't
us, and that
liked
always
the
has
stream
stuck
already and
with
you
me,
do enjoy
that
and you're
our
new to the channel,
job
like the stream,
isn't
turn on
to come
notifications
in and
as well,
sort of,
subscribe.
force a culture on them. Games, I like to think about, it's almost like a greenhouse, right? The environment in which they're designed is so important, is so critical. And the last thing that we want to do is upset that. So there's very much a keep your ears open, keep your eyes open. What do we have to learn from this group of people that have been making games for 5, 10, 15, 20 years? There's obviously a lot to learn there.
We were talking yesterday, TV and Pete and I, about synergies between studios. And
Yep.
I obviously, having worked here for a long time, know about a lot of them. But he was even bringing up stuff that I didn't know about, you know, collaborating and learning from one another. And TV, I was hoping you could just share how we operate and share tech and ideas, because I think it's pretty interesting.
It frankly has evolved organically. You know, I think you know that idea. Of
Yeah,
sort
that
of like central
synergy,
planning
like
and everybody,
synergy
you
makes
know,
for really good
being
partnerships.
given or provided directly
Like
from
when
central sources.
two
isn't
companies
quite the
come
right
together
approach, especially as
and they're on
we've
the same
grown. We
page
grew
and they're not
organically.
constantly
We
fighting,
added teams over time.
it
They
means all
came
the
in with
games
different bits of
will be
knowledge
made
that
better
we really didn't
because
know,
there's no
that some
conflicts
groups had
going
and some
on
groups
off,
didn't. So
you
we had
know,
to kind of
off the
figure things
cameras,
out as we
outside of the
went.
offices or
And
whatever, or
led-
even
it
inside the
led
offices.
to,
There's
sort
nothing
of
going
a
on
lot
that's
of
just
little happy
budding. It's
surprises
just,
and collaborations that frankly you wouldn't plan for.
and that's
You know,
really
there's some
good
little-known facts of, like,
with
teams
this one
who've worked
because
on
if
other
you look at
projects.
any kind of
Machine
games and stuff like that
probably
that's
one
had
of our most
conflict,
successful teams from
look
a
at
collaboration
Call
standpoint.
of Duty
They
games
probably
where
worked
you
on
had
everything.
Pretty much at this point, yeah.
You know,
studios pretty much break
even
up.
before, I think it was
Studios had to
probably
come back
either right
in
before or
and
when
take
we
over
were,
from studios and stuff like that. And then we get the games we got now.
They were already working on
That's
Skyrim.
not necessarily great. So
I didn't know that.
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah. fantastic. Game.
This is great.
You know, there's
like
an enemy that's in Doom 2016 that Tango.
Did they say what games they're adding tomorrow to Game Pass already? Yes, they did. They're adding like all the old games in there and stuff like that. So all Morrowinds, all of
so oftentimes it's like
Fallouts, New Vegas 3, like all of them are in there as well too.
Participate or collaborate, and we share them evenly, across teams.
PlayStation's going to lose some customers to Xbox.
Then we have the
I don't necessarily know how much they're going to lose or nothing like it. Like it'll be anything big, but I do see people going out and buying an S or something to play on both sides.
Just fans of one another's work,
strictly because of Bethesda and Xbox.
Said, okay, I need you to go over here,
and making
we'll hear from a lot of those
the
studio
best games
later
as of late. Yeah, so it's like I think just a lot of people are going to buy, and the ecosystem is totally different. Like PlayStation and Xbox's ecosystems are just like so different sometimes. Like
don't know about
when you come over to Xbox, you're going to get a lot of competitive, like online multiplayer and stuff. Like you're going to get a lot of that.
It's just not something that happens.
And
talk a little bit about
with PlayStation, it's like single players. So that's why it's like it's always when I think about Xbox, when I think about making friends, you're probably going to make a lot. You're probably going to make as many friends as enemies on Xbox than you would on PlayStation, because there's a lot of trash talk goes on over. If you're not really about that trash talk and stuff like that, you don't really want to take it serious sometimes, and go head to head with people, you're probably not going to like it that much. You'll probably just be playing the single player players just like you were on PlayStation, but you won't meet a lot of good people and stuff like that on there. So, like I said, all my friends play Xbox. I met them and all stuff, and I see them in person and everything. So
and we use it in marketing too to look at things.
It's totally a different ecosystem.
What's resonating in as we, summer shows take many months of planning, so we always use that
is
as
it going
well
to be
as kind of
a new
first
Bethesda games
test,
that are Xbox exclusive, right?
Yeah,
some, unless they have any kind of contracts previously.
It's like your
they're going to be Xbox exclusive in the Game Pass day one.
Everyone in the kitchen to kind of contribute and taste and contribute. And
trash talk is the main reason we play against others, right?
It's great. So I will tell you.
Yeah, that's
100%. Similar with his teams. And I love the name
like
of this
I've been in there
Matt.
just like trash talking people before while I'm playing Call of Duty, and then at the end of the game be like, "Good game, dog.
Absolute favorite
that was a good game."
And I just
like you almost got us.
The collaboration, what comes out of that, and the spirit of that is something really special.
Like you meet some people like me, you meet some people that just take it too far and keep being
we used to do
dicks and all that stuff. But majority of the time, you're trash talking, and at the end of it, be like, "Good game. That was a good game."
But it was a great name otherwise, other than it having nothing to do with the meeting.
For me, they really are the best meeting because all we do for an entire morning is review work in progress, a lot like Aaron was just talking about. So everybody brings the latest that they've got. We kind of cycle through all the studios. Sometimes it might be early concept work. Sometimes it's actually playable material. And it's just a great chance for
who still trash talks in 2021. A lot of people to play
midwinter meeting,
Call of Duty. I can tell you that.
November 2019.
I can 100% tell you that.
Stopped being able to travel, but we had all of our studio heads together, and I remember just walking into that room thinking, "Wow, this represents." I think
because you're too good back then.
Years of combined.
Oh yeah, man. The trash talk, the reports, they were crazy back then. Man. A lot of people won't understand that. They were crazy.
Sort of critical mass together of creatives, and I think it's gonna be pretty fantastic when we figure out how, for the first time, we can get all of our studio heads as Xbox and Bethesda together. And, whether that's the best midwinter meeting or the midwinter best meeting, I don't know what it's going to be, but it'll be fun when we can just get everybody together in one place and, as you say, kind of get that creative synergy going.
As I listened to Matt talk about this previously, about sort of sparking that enthusiasm, that passion, that 300 years worth of experience that those studio heads have, that you are looking to bring together these folks who have a passion and then give them tools and resources, not just, hey, why don't you two make a game together, but TV, we've talked about studios going to each other for, hey, I want my guns to feel more like they do in the id game, or we're working on some new feature in our game that's new to us, kind of like Greeny was just talking about. That is a big part of.
It's absolutely a big part, and even to the point of the midwinter meetings, it's as much as it is an ability to kind of show what we're working on and show the progress to
this
the
is one of those moments
excited by that
where I'm actually like taking in what's going on.
So game developers talking about where you can actually get from world recognized experts on a topic, And so we'll have little breakout sessions and meetings and summits. And, you know, we've also looked to expand those throughout the year because it is.
Dog, Phil is sitting back, not saying a word.
Talent,
He's like puppeteer, bro. He's just like
in you know, engine and rendering technology, and you know, let's put some of that to use.
Yeah,
literally, man.
And they start asking questions, emailing other programmers like, "How in the hell did you do that? We've been trying to do that forever."
He ready to
so
just get on somebody that they're gonna step out of line out of nowhere.
We're looking for here when we talk about like
he really
what
is.
this partnership might look like. It's not formally in saying we now want you to work with them on this. It is just simply putting people in front of each other who might be trying something they've never done in a game, or you know, trying to come up with a new way to do something that they haven't before. That's really where you find that magic.
And we don't put barriers up to prevent it, right? That's really the magic. Is like we want to create the connection so that people can find it and build those relationships.
He making sure they don't say too much. Facts.
They're durable and they'll stay for a long time.
Well,
like Phil still want a lot of things.
Something that Matt said before,
like,
which I loved, which is,
you know what I'm saying. He still want a whole lot
as they do to us. And honestly, like that
mysterious
that
stuff going on,
and that you brings, I think, is what excites all of us, because you all are so willing to embrace that and say, look, you don't have to have every answer. You don't have to have it all figured it out. Let's just talk and see if there's opportunities here. Okay, we're going to stop there. Todd and Matt, thank you both so much for taking time out of your busy schedules to come on and talk to us a little bit. I know you have a lot of studios and games to go work with, so we'll let you go. As we start to introduce you to more of our family and all the different
studios and games to go work with,
Bethesda has and is bringing to the table. Los, you've been with me.
Don't let that one slide, chat. Don't let that one slide. He said they got to go back each, talk to studios and games.
I've had a privilege to work with
Don't let that one slide.
Years now. And those are the men and women at ZeniMax Online Studios, the creators of the Elder Scrolls.
He said, I know y'all do.
Fantastic MMO. If you haven't played it, you're missing out.
Don't let it slide.
A massive world, a ton of content. You're an ESO player.
I am, and I'm always blown away by how big the world is. Like as a player, and that's kind of my only association with it, other than just seeing how amazing it's doing on Game Pass right now. But
ESO used to be fun. I really need to get back into ESO.
I love playing, great community.
I really do.
So helpful. People like helping me get through, leveling up my characters. Fantastic game. Can't wait to hear more from the team.
Absolutely, it's been a huge success, amazing community, and let's hear more from the folks at ZeniMax Online right now.
Hey, I'm Matt Fyror, Studio Director at ZeniMax Online Studios, or ZOS as we call it. Short history lesson. Back in 2007, ZOS was the first new studio at Bethesda, making us the test case for Bethesda being more than just a one-studio publisher. And unlike the others who came later, we were built from the ground up with a specific goal of creating massive online games. The first of which was to be set in the Elder Scrolls world. Back in the day, as a fellow DC area game developer, I knew Todd Howard and some others at Bethesda, so when I started at the company, we had a relationship to build on. And that grew stronger after spending my first few months with the Bethesda team, working with Todd and Todd Vaughn to lay out the Elder Scrolls Online world. Everything from picking the setting and timelines.
So he's been there for a minute.
Factions and determining
pretty much.
This spirit of close collaboration stuck with me as
ESO or Fallout 76, which is better. If Fallout 76 had a lot of its still sort of glitchy and buggy things, I would probably say if that was all fixed more, I would 100% say Fallout 76. But I do like ESO.
And while we evolve separately, we always maintain that.
Well, I did like it a lot, but here recently I've been liking Fallout a little bit more.
In fact,
so,
we pitched in
well, not just Fallout in general. I've always liked Fallout more than Elder Scrolls, but I've been liking Fallout 76 a little more. So I might have to lean to Fallout 76. It's still got a little bit of things, but I've been playing it a lot more, and I've rarely played it with other players, like rarely. So, and I've been playing it by myself, having fun.
So now you fix it.
So I say
and
Fallout.
We did fix it. And some of you might not know just how successful we've become.
We're one of the
most successful virtual world fantasy
additional.
Period. Over 18 million
day
users.
One, it stopped due to so many bugs. Yeah, it's better now. It's way. I played it. I was one of the people that got to beta test that game. All right, like I had to sign an NDA and stuff like that, where I couldn't show anything. I couldn't
But
put
it
it up
was
on
all
the
made
channel
possible because
or anything
Robert
like that.
gave
Now it's
us
because
the
I was in that
opportunity
beta
to
test
realize our
program,
vision
which I
and
still
then
am
build,
in.
refine,
So
and
I can't
adjust as
necessarily,
needed.
you know, do
It wasn't
anything
always
with that
pretty,
one, but
and
I
it
could say
definitely
like
wasn't easy. But through
it
all,
wasn't
his
that
belief
good.
in
I
us
did
and
not
the
buy
promise
it
of what we could
right
deliver
then, and I was
made us who
very
we are
let
today.
down.
And
And
that
then
extends to
one
our
day I
future
just wanted to
titles
try it over
already in
again
development.
on the
Everyone
Series
at Exhaust
S,
is looking forward to
and it
being
was a
part of
lot
the
better.
Xbox family.
Like it
Our
ran
friends there
better.
have already told
It
us how they're such
it still
huge
had a
fans
couple
of
of
Exhaust.
glitches, but other than that,
Not
it was
just in the
smooth.
games we're making, but the people too.
So I'll say that.
We can't wait to show you what's next when the time is right.
When the time's right. AKA, we've been working on stuff. We've been working on it.
Wow, I love that. I mean, it's so great to
Should
hear
you go
directly
back
from
and
the creator.
reinstall it?
Think what they've
Yeah,
achieved
I'd
in
probably
7
say
years,
so.
Right, and today they're the number
It's a lot
one
better.
multi-plat online.
I'd
role
much
playing
rather
game
play
in
it
the
on
world.
a next
And we've
gen
seen it grow
console
on
if you got
Xbox, but
one.
when it went into Game Pass,
But
it's just
it's a lot
found
better.
a whole new audience.
It's been a
And it's free in
terrific
Game
journey,
Pass,
and,
so-
and again, that community there, that that Phil referenced and Matt Fire referenced is an amazing support system. If you feel like you ready to make the leap, they're ready to help you and have a great time. All right, so Losi said that was a homegrown sort of internal studio that we started after Bethesda Game Studios. As TB mentioned before, the first acquisition we ever made was the creators of the first-person shooter genre in id Software. Doom, Quake, I mean, it's unbelievable. Even
God tier. I mean, let's be honest.
they are best of the best.
First shooter I ever played on a PC, like on a floppy disk. Like how they got 3D graphics working back in the day. I mean, it's just, and how they've taken that and modernized it.
Facts.
Reboot in 2016.
Like, let's
Doom
be
Eternal
honest, man.
winning,
Doom's
Sony
been good.
Game of the Year awards.
Like,
It's just
ain't
incredible,
nobody
legacy that
ever
they've
said
had.
Doom ain't gonna be
I
good.
tell you, there's a lot of Xbox fans.
let's be
when you
real.
talk
Ain't
about
nobody
passion,
ever
it's
said
hard to
Doom's
find
not
folks
gonna be
who are
good
more passionate than
at all.
folks at id Software. So why
So,
don't we take a look
yeah.
at Marty Stratton and his amazing team at id Software?
That's not a cap.
Hi, I'm Marty Stratton, Studio Director at id Software. About a month ago, we celebrated our studio's 30th anniversary. It really is incredible to consider how much our industry has changed.
You remember those floppy disk days?
And how many defining moments we've had the opportunity to be a part of.
I feel like I was still very
Wolfenstein
young,
3D
so I
and
hadn't
Doom
really
created
done
and
anything
helped
with those.
popularize
But I do
first-person
remember
shooter
seeing
genre
them
of games.
when I was little.
Doom and Quake were among the first games to foster and build large-scale mod communities, as well as usher in multiplayer gaming. And our game engines have been at the heart of key advancements in technology licensing, 3D graphics acceleration, virtual reality, and game streaming. At any point in our studio's
Man.
history, you could pull back the curtain and see a tight-knit group of people that thrive on pushing creative and technical boundaries. hard
Dog,
at
Doom
work,
still
building
look
fun
good,
first games
bro.
With a meticulous attention to detail and craftsmanship.
Doom
We
look
couldn't
good,
be prouder of our people, our games, and our relationship with players. When Bethesda purchased id back in 2009, we were the first independent game studio they had acquired. Although any number of fundamental changes could have come from that,
I haven't
what was
seen the
immediately
new
apparent and
Spider-Man
hasn't
show.
changed in more than a decade.
CW? No, I
is that
haven't.
Bethesda
Is
shared
it
that
Superman
same
and Superman and
pride
Lois or something like
care
that?
for our people, culture, games, and community. From the start, Robert Altman and the entire Bethesda team said, "We want you to be yourself and do what you do best." Then they backed that up with the resources, stability, and support to make it happen.
Nah, bro, you ain't old at
Now,
all,
game
bro.
development is complicated
100%.
and challenging, so it wasn't always smooth and almost never easy. But
Oh,
there
is it?
simply wouldn't be a reboot of Doom
Might
in
have to watch it.
2016 or its
Woo!
sequel Doom Eternal, released last year, without Bethesda's
That look good,
unwavering
bro.
faith in the team at id. And it started at the top with Robert.
I want that Doom.
His
I want that
investment
Doom guy
our
in the
people
back.
and studio was
That's
always
what I want.
personal and genuine. You couldn't help but want to make him and the rest of the company proud. Over the years, some of the most memorable and rewarding moments have come when that pride is also shared with an incredible community of gamers at our annual QuakeCon event here in Dallas. In 2014, we debuted our vision for a new Doom to an audience of 3,000 fans. And because that was so much fun, we did it again in 2018 with Doom Eternal. In both
Look at the
instances,
standing
the
ovations they getting,
unbridled
bro, for
passion
Doom.
and
Come on now.
enthusiasm for what we were doing has provided our team years of inspiration and motivation. As gamers, we see how important communities are to Xbox, so we can't wait for our new colleagues to experience their
Bruh.
first QuakeCon. Since acquiring id, Bethesda has
Bruh.
added a number of other incredible teams to their family of studios, several of which
You
we've been
haven't played
fortunate to work with
the new
more
one yet?
intimately. In particular,
I
our
think it's on
friends
Game
at
Pass.
Machine Games are close collaborators on id Tech and have done fantastic work with the most recent Wolfenstein games. We've experienced firsthand how valuable
I don't know about
it is
that last
to share
Wolfenstein,
ideas,
Young Blood or
technology,
something like
and
that.
experience with our sister
That one
studios,
wasn't that great.
and can't wait to now expand that relationship with Xbox. As we like to say at the studio, we're grateful for all that has come before, but driven by what's ahead. We couldn't be more excited to start this new chapter with Bethesda and Xbox.
Okay. Got a little talk, you know what I'm saying? Little talk.
You know, the thing about Doom and
Bruh,
id that I
they
think we like
better
to talk about
stop.
the history
All
of
right,
the
they better
studio. It's
stop
amazing.
with
But
this.
You can see it in Doom Eternal.
Putting
There's
these
no
helmets and
studio
stuff like that.
sweats
But don't
every
put
pixel
that
on
Fallout
screen
help.
as
Don't put that
every
Exo
frame.
Power Suit
The way
helmet in my face
like, it's
after
just
transitions.
so
Because then
clear.
you just gonna give me
And
vibes
I
that y'all
just
trying to
love
send
that.
signals about Fallout.
Spend
Like,
time
don't
with
do
the
that.
games, and it just
Don't do
pops.
that.
Like it's so clear.
Like, I know I'm not the only
and then
one.
when
Don't
you
do
think
that.
about their capability, and
So,
I think about
PlayStation 4?
them collaborating and working and talking with
Not
the
bad.
Coalition and 343, and just like the first-person shooter, third-person shooter space that we have, the studios that are there. I think just kind of an amazing capability. The other thing I get really excited about with id that we haven't really talked a lot about is the future of id Tech, and what could that mean inside of Xbox. Obviously, you know, we've got a ton of studios doing a bunch of different work. I love the way Marty talked about how they've collaborated with other Bethesda studios on id Tech. And I just think about that to the next level. Like, what can we do inside of our organization with id Tech, which is one of the world's best game engines out there, and just make it a tool that so many developers can use to realize their vision.
With id, it's amazing because we didn't just get
This man had
like,
that
incredible
100%
library of
ready.
IP.
He had that speech
We got
ready.
all these amazing people who are so meticulous, as you can tell through their games. But we also inherited things like QuakeCon. And it's been very special for me to work at that event. And Marty mentioned, you know,
Dang, I just
showing
realized
off
that.
Doom 2016 to 3,000 people.
Microsoft
I was
owns all
there,
this, so
and I
now
can
all
tell
those
you
events
that
are
the
now Microsoft
excitement
events too.
was
I just
off the
forgot
charts.
all
It was
about that.
religious. It was like
It
a
was.
religious experience.
And
Wow.
the cool thing about that event and about the team is that those 3,000 people were the first people in the whole world to see the game.
Yeah.
You know, we didn't do some big media
Man,
event.
we
It was
get like 3 or 4 of
fans
these
first,
big
and these are
games
the
out on
kind of
Xbox,
interactions that
and there's
we
like
to have. They come to that show year
a lot
after
to play.
year, and so they were the people that
it's
we
going to be
wanted
very
to show
different
it
when we
to.
when
And
we
those
start
of you
seeing
were
a
saying
lot
sort
of
of that
consoles
two-way
out there. Because
conversation is
again,
also important
all
to point out. We
Xbox
showed
consoles sold out
3,000
too, just
people
like
Doom
PlayStation.
2016 for the first
Like,
time. Not
all
a
of them
single
sold
thing leaked
out
from anyone
like
about it. We said,
PlayStation.
put your phones
So
down. This is just for you. And
yeah,
every
man.
single one
It
of them
was
said,
honestly
"We
more the
get it, we
PlayStation
love it,
ones that
and
was getting
we're
hoarded.
totally on board." And like to
So,
be able to have a studio
yeah,
extend
man.
that level of trust to a fan base and have the fan base reciprocate and say, "Hey, we're down. Like we won't take screenshots or videos or it's part of what I think makes all of this so special."
One of my favorite moments over the last 16 years, for sure.
For sure. And you know, as we said, id Software was the first acquisition we made, but that sort of started the snowball pretty quickly. And shortly after that, we had Machine Games come on board, both of the studios at Arcane in Lyon and in Austin, and then Tango down in Japan was sort of 1, 2, 3 right afterwards. So let's talk a little bit about all of those studios coming on board.
Xbox
what
needs
they
some
do,
more,
because, you know, Phil, you were just talking about shooters.
I
which is
want.
something
They
obviously
need
id
some
knows very
JRPGs
much,
and
but
RPG
their
games,
tech
like
and
for real. Like we
their
need
work
a
went
little bit
across
more of
all
those
studios
on
I just
Xbox
mentioned.
platform.
You know, Machine Games coming in and rebooting Wolfenstein, this
sure.
iconic franchise was.
Yeah, because the New Order runs
And
on id Tech,
Bethesda's good at that.
And
So
everything Machine
RPG
Games has
wise.
done has run on id Tech, and Machine Games collaborating with them set a standard for collaboration among studios that they then did with Arcane. So it was really interesting to see all of these folks come in together and sort of grab onto what we had started to establish with BGS.
I'm still
and then
waiting
Sauce, and then id
to
Software.
sort of see if they're gonna throw anything like
Hello, I'm
at us
Jan
randomly.
Gustafsson, executive producer at Machine Games.
Because I feel like they're
Machine
throwing
Games
little
just
hints
turned
around
10,
sort of stuff,
and
like
we are still
for
amazed
instance
at
that
the opportunities we've had
that
to
power
make our
suit
own
helmet.
unique style of
I think it's a
games and the
T51
incredible community of players
helmet.
who enjoy them. When I think back
that one
to
was
the earliest days of Bethesda,
that was like right
long
in your
before
damn
we
face
became
on the
part of
shot, and they could have
I
chose
believe
any other
Bethesda's
shot
culture
to
really
zoom back
began
in. They
with
chose
creative freedom
that
and support for
T51
Bethesda Game Studios and the
helmet
games they made.
in that shot to
Robert
go past.
Altman always
I don't
understood the
let stuff
value of
slide
allowing
like that.
creatives to be creative.
Like I really don't. I
That
see
we
it
in our
and I'm like,
studios
okay,
are the owners of
what you
we
trying to
do,
tell
so
me?
we always feel
You trying to throw
deeply
little snips
invested
in? You trying to throw little jabs in? We don't know.
Of course,
Act like we're not
comes
gonna
with
see
its
it.
own pressures, but from the very beginning, we knew Bethesda would always
They've been looking
have
to
our
getting into the
backs.
Japanese
In
studios
fact,
for
everyone here felt that trust
yeah, they have that
when we owned.
one game that's supposed to be
And we
coming
were
back out. It's,
trusted to take Wolfenstein,
what is it?
this
It's supposed to be like the
iconic
update. It's
pioneering
Fantasy Star.
first-person franchise
It's
created
Fantasy
by
Star
id
Genesis or
Software
something
and
like
give
that.
it
It's
a
Fantasy
fresh
Star
start.
Online 2 Genesis
We
or
wanted to make
whatever
it
it's supposed to be
our
like
own,
Fantasy
while
Star
still
Online 3.
maintaining that
I'm
id
actually
Software
looking
DNA
into that
of
one
fast-paced
because I seen the
action
gameplay of that one when they
shooters
first
with a
revealed it.
somewhat
It's coming into
violent
Game
theme,
Pass and stuff
but
like that. I
made
was
with a
like,
sense of humor.
I want
As
to
a
play
huge
that
fan of id Software
because it
and given
looks
their history
incredibly
with
good.
Some of the most classic
I want
and
to play
best
that
shooters in the world.
for sure.
It was very important for us to develop.
What's
a
my favorite
Wolfenstein
Bethesda
that brought that
game?
legacy forward. While the shooting part still is core,
Maybe I feel like I like Fallout 4 a little
Machine
more
games, our
than
focus
Fallout
is
3,
on
but
the
I also
roller
like
coaster
New
ride.
Vegas. I think in
Bringing
all, I think I
together
like New
different
Vegas
parts and
more
features to
than I
make
like
full experience
all of them. So
something
I'd
special.
probably say
An important
New
part of
Vegas,
that
even
is
though
the
that was
storytelling.
done by another
And we
company.
made our mark
But in
building
terms of
a
like
diverse
just
cast of characters
their
who surrounded
ecosystem,
our
stuff like
version
that, I
of
would say
media
New Vegas, even though you
Blaskowicz
could
as he fought
rule that off
Nazis
if you
around
want.
the world.
Then probably Fallout 4, then Fallout 3,
How we laid out the plans for our
Skyrim,
first game,
ESO,
Wolfenstein: The New Order,
and then
is a
I'd probably
memory
go
very dear
Morrowind.
to me. We, the core team,
And then after
the
that,
founders of
it
Machine
don't really
Games
matter
got
to me.
spend free
It could go like I'm not even. I didn't even
East
play
Texas
Dishonored
at the
like
id
that,
Software
so I'm not gonna
offices.
put Dishonored up there.
Having
But I
access
know a
to
lot
the
of people did.
experience and the
I've seen a
knowledge
lot of people
about the
play Dishonored,
franchise
stuff
that
like
our
that.
friends over at id
And I
had
think Evil Within
was
and all those.
extremely valuable
Actually, you know
while
what?
we
I
were
take
first
that back.
iterations on the story and
Doom
the structure
Eternal
of the
would
game.
be up there.
I still considering it a
For
career
sure.
highlight that I,
Take that back.
during that time, had my very own id Software email address. Since then, we have
Fantasy Star
made
Online, yeah,
several
New Genesis.
Wolfenstein games, and over the years,
You're an
we have
Xbox
managed to
One
build a rather
stand,
close
but I
relationship
respect
with our
PlayStation
sister
assets.
studios. id Software, of course, but also Arcane
W
Studios in
PlayStation, yeah,
Lyon,
W's got
with
some
whom we share a
assets.
special
PlayStation's got some assets
relationship.
as well.
since
I
we're
don't
both
trash
located
talk
in
PlayStation
Europe.
like that.
We share
I feel like so
similar
many
studio
people want to pick a
culture
side.
and
I'm
overall
like,
development
yeah, I got an
approach,
Xbox, but
which makes it
I plan on
really
getting a
easy
PlayStation for both
and
generations.
also
You know,
very fun to work together.
they may end
We
up buying
feel a
Sega
connection to
because
Tango in
they've
Tokyo as
been
well,
close
and
for
we
years.
enjoy the opportunities we have to
You never
help each
know.
other
They may
out
be
with development
since they got this
support
deal done. They
and
may
to
wait like a
learn
couple
and to
years
share
or something like
ideas with
that.
the other
Stack
creative
that
and
bread up,
talented
and then
world-class
bam,
teams
pop off right
at
back again.
Bethesda.
You never
And
know.
now, at this very moment, we are of course extremely excited about our work on the new Indiana Jones game in collaboration with
Oh,
Tom
hello,
Howard,
Kiyoshi. Yeah,
one of
yeah.
the
It's
greatest creative minds
we got
in
this
gaming.
Xbox Bethesda thing,
It
so
is a
it's one of those
true
rare things when
privilege
I'm
to be
live
in this business, a
at
business that
this
is
time
constantly
of the day.
evolving. And if I look
Like it's
back
not
to when I
normally I'm
started
live
modding
like this.
Quake near
Like it's
25
usually
years
at
ago
night,
now,
and then with
it's
Dokkan
different
now
in
it'd be
so
like
many
12
ways, but
o'clock
still
at
as
night.
fun and
Which
rewarding
probably
as it
live
was
at like
back then.
11:30 somewhere
Talking
around
about it,
there
we
on
actually
the
have a
14th.
Quake modding group,
But yeah,
that get together
It's-
every Wednesday
it's one of those
evening here at
things, you know.
Machine Games, and it's so fun. And team building events like these really shows how passionate we still are about gaming, as high as it ever was. And I know that passion will be supported by Xbox in the same way that Bethesda has supported too. Thank you.
Oh, you forgot Sega let go on the voice actor for Sonic.
I'm Harvey Smith, studio director and co-creative director at Arcane Austin. Early on, when we were working on Dishonored, we had these meetings at Bethesda, you know, to sort of pitch what we had done, show off the most recent milestone. And there was a moment when one of the execs asked about some of the stranger elements that we had in it, sort of 1850s steampunk or gas lamp kind kind of stuff, and complimented it, really liked it. And we looked at each other at the time and said, you know, we've kind of been holding back. We love those elements too. We think they're what make the game really distinct. And the advice we were given wasn't be conservative or be safe. It was like double down on that. And so once we were given that green light, we just rolled hard into what people started calling the whale punk aesthetic of the game. The type of games that we work on, you know, they're a blend of first-person shooter
I'm still
and
looking
RPG,
at this like
not fully one or the other, but there's something distinct, something in the middle. We love simulated elements from the AI to the physics to
I'm still waiting for them to show me
the way those things
something
can
or
interact,
possibly say one thing
in
new
manners
about
that we
a
didn't
certain
even
title
foresee.
or something like that
The environmental
right now.
storytelling, the locations that we put so much love and lore into. There are also characters in all our games that are very important to us. Mindy Blanchard was an important character for us. We launched a game with Billy Lurk, which we were very proud to do. We love that character. Standing on the stage at the Bethesda showcase and announcing to the world Dishonored 2, and we rolled out Emily Caldwin as a protagonist for the first time, and it was just a super exciting moment. And the response we got from players, especially women who at the time didn't have as many representational avatars, all of that is just super important to us. It's not quite the same game that any other person would make, and to have the right partners that support us through that is just critical. And
It'd be nice if they
really
reveal
the
something
culture
random.
that Bethesda set up, that Robert Altman set up, that makes us
That's what I'm
feel,
looking for. Just reveal something
safe
random.
to run in the directions we want to run in. So for us, being part of Xbox is very similar to when Arcane first joined with Bethesda. You know, it was like, hey, here's a partner we trust, here's a partner who wants to make good games, and it's just like you can't do creative work unless you feel like somebody has your back, somebody's setting up the right environment for you. And at the end of the day, at the end of your career, it's not about, you know, which awards you won or how much money you made. It's really about those moments where the players tell you what it was like for them to experience a particular character or particular combat or a particular stealth moment. It's just so powerful when they talk about how the game has impacted them and their lives. Our goal is just to keep doing what we love and keep making players happy.
Hi, I'm Dinga Bakaba, I'm game director at Arcane Lyon, and I believe I have a different perspective to share because I joined Arcane after Bethesda acquired us. I joined a studio that I admired deeply because they made a very specific type of game that some call immersive sims. And I will admit, I was concerned. Would Bethesda allow Arcane to keep doing the kind of games we make?
Game looks spicy. Dishonored or
The beloved Emperor's dead.
What is that?
And everyone thinks you're the killer.
Oh, I can't remember what it's called. Damn it.
And as you can see, the answer is yes. I quickly learned that Bethesda acquired
Dishonored
Arcane
games were pretty
because
nice.
they believed in the kind of games we make. But now we had more means, we had more firepower. It was the opportunity to step up our game, basically. And yes, there was challenges, there was hard discussions,
wall, though.
but it was always with the goal of making the best Arcane games possible. So I
Yo, what's
also
up, my guy?
remember our first midwinter meeting. It's where the heads of studio gather together in Maryland. They present their current
Younger
projects
Todd
to
over
the
here,
entire
bro.
company. It's when I discovered Skyrim and
Legendary.
Wolfenstein: The New Order, The Evil Within, Elder Scrolls Online. You know, and yes, Dishonored was there, and we were super proud of showcasing it. So my first thought was, wow, and the second one was to myself, we are not the exception here. At Arcane, all these studios are doing exactly what they should be doing, each in their own way. And over the years, I've gone from admiration to actually working with those studios. We've collaborated with Machine Games several times, helping out on the new Colossus, co-developing Youngblood, which is nice because it was always a choice, not a demand. We made connections, we shared our mutual admiration, and
that's what's going to be really good
to learn from each other while supporting
with
each other's
all these studios is that
I do have
it's not a
one
demand
major challenge that
for them to
only
just
get
be like,
worse as we
hey,
join the
y'all
ecosystem.
got to go over there
I still
and
get pretty
work with
starstruck around
them.
my peers.
Like it's
for
a
instance,
choice.
I've
Like,
become
hey,
extremely
y'all need to
awkward
go
when
over
I
there,
talk with
and y'all
Todd
don't
Howard
want to
or
help
Shinji
move the
Mikami-san.
game along.
And
Sure,
maybe they
like
cannot tell because
that's
I'm so French,
more
but it's pretty bad.
of a
So,
more
yeah, I
friendly
just
work
want to warn
environment.
everyone at Xbox.
It's like
Now
you have
I
a
get to be
better
weird and
work
awkward
environment
with
where you
you
feel
all.
like you're not obligated to go in and just help somebody else work, where you have a choice to be like, you can get another studio, you know. And plus,
I'm Shinji Mikami from Tokyo, Tango Gameworks. 僕たち、単語のスタッフは、約10年前に、ここ東京で、まあ、若いスタッフ中心として、新しい
Is this the Evil
を作っ
Within?
ていこう。
Yeah,
そして
yeah.
新しい、まあ、クリエイターの人たちにチャンスを与えようと
Interesting.
いうことでスタートを切りました。それからベセスダさんとは非常にいいリレーションシップをまあ、構築しながらここまで来ました。で、この度、Xbox の人たちと一緒に仕事するっていうことで、今後どういう化学反応が起きるかっていうことに対して非常に僕たちはエキサイティングしています。まあ、今後も僕たちは
Xbox get more Japanese game developers and stuff like that is a big dub, by the way. Big dub. Because that's going to mean a lot other like Japanese and any kind of other, you know, just gaming actual companies are going to see that and be like, like we don't have to just go to PlayStation. We don't have to be independent. We can get in Xbox
First of all,
Studios.
I just have to say it's so nice to see all their faces. I know it's on video, but I miss them all. I've had this unique privilege of being able to
I
travel
want that
the
room
world
in the back, bro. They keep teasing that damn room in the back, and I want to see it.
That we have all these studios around the world, so it's
and we have this interesting thing where we look for some sort of common DNA, I guess you would say, in terms of what they're about or what they're trying to do. But you can also tell and listen to these folks. Like, well, in one video, you've got the guy who invented survival horror, some folks who took Wolfenstein, which had no dialogue, and suddenly it's got tons of story and character. And Arcane, what they do, like, it's that sort of being able to diversify while still having some sort of core DNA and some shared identities.
Yeah, definitely as you're watching all of the pieces, you feel some common threads that come out. One is trust and confidence. Robert's mentioned a lot the way that Bethesda supported teams to do new things. And we've said this in Xbox as we've been planning for this moment for so long. This is an opportunity for us to learn as an organization from a team that's done work incredibly well. You've worked with such a diverse set of studios.
They're going to be working with other. They're learning from other big name studios
that allow them to go and try
learning how to make new Xbox exclusive games.
Like that's the goal as a platform holder and the aspiration that we have. We don't need 15 games that are trying to do the same thing. We would like to try 30 different things across 15 different games. It's even more now when you think about all the studios. So I love just listening and learning from what you and the teams have built.
Told you.
And hearing the sense of confidence that the teams have of we can go try to do new things. We can go work with another partner that we have. And
Phil sitting back like this.
Really amazing work. And I just can't wait to learn more and more.
Phil gonna be breathing down
now, I do
Todd,
highlight
Pete's
one thing, which is we have two
next
more
24/7 like
talked about yet, and there's a reason
bro. That
for
room in
which
that
is,
back,
well,
bro. I want
working
that
on
room in
games
that
we're
back.
ready
I want to see
talk
what's
about,
going on
so-
back there.
And they
I
just
really do.
acquired, but we need
Like
to
I'm tired of
mention,
not knowing
our
what's going on
colleagues
back
up in
there.
Wisconsin
Y'all
and
just
Nova
transition
Scotia
back
as
there.
well.
Look at this room
so,
back there.
Roundhouse Studios joined us last year, and like Pete said, they're in Wisconsin. And then we also added another mobile studio to the family called Alpha Dog, and so we're not quite ready to talk about what they're up to.
Ooh,
but-
I like it. Teams working on secret projects. Come on, that's what
Plus, they have amazing hockey jerseys. Alpha Dog makes studio high. Well, they're in Nova Scotia, and they're amazing. They're the envy of everybody else.
Texas,
Interesting room, right? Like I'm over like let me get on back there. Look it
I'm
up.
ready to go to Tokyo.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, go see Tango, a studio that I just have such respect for the history of the creations there.
Feel like I'm ready to go to Tango. I'm really go over there to Japan to Tango, but also go look at the other couple studios while I'm there too.
This is a great step there. So I mean, just thinking about the map of where these teams are, and talking about all the games they're working on. But I can't wait to spend more time with the Tango team again.
He's trying to get at least like 3 or 4 studios everywhere, bro.
Oh, Bethesda Game Studios. You wanted to talk about them?
Yes, I know we had Todd here with us earlier, but Ashley also shared some messages with us about the studio there and their thoughts on this partnership.
Hi, I'm Ashley Chang, the Managing Director of Bethesda Game Studios. On behalf of the over 420 developers across all our studios in Montreal, Austin, Dallas, and Rockville, I'd like to thank the leadership team at Xbox and Microsoft for the warm welcome to the Xbox family. You know, when we started
That's the
20
games
years
people's
ago,
worried
we were
about
like
right
an indie
there.
rock band, a small team of around 40 developers. and we had the complete freedom to make the kinds of open-world role-playing games that we're known for today.
Yep, there's a dude named
This
Ashley.
amazing studio that I'm privileged to work at is a testament to the leadership of our creative visionary and studio head, Todd Howard. It's also a credit to Robert Altman, who we will miss very much. Without his trust and support, we would not be the studio we are today.
Yep.
One of the reasons for our success, we've made a lot of games together. I believe the value of a team is the sum of the problems they've solved together. The more games shipped together, the stronger the team gets. After Morrowind, rather than immediately work on a direct sequel, Todd had a grand vision for what our studio could be. And we asked ZeniMax if we could spend the next 4 years to make our next game. As always, Robert and the rest of ZeniMax gave us the support and trust to accomplish that vision. The next game was Oblivion, and that was the start of an amazing industry-leading run, not just for us, but also for Bethesda and ZeniMax too. Today, the team working on Starfield have all worked on several open-world RPGs together. This shared experience and chemistry doesn't happen overnight. It takes a long time and is a lot of
Oh, they gonna name drop Starfield?
Our relationship with Xbox starts back at our indie rock days too.
They just name drop Starfield, ain't say nothing about it until now.
Play this kind of game on a console, but Xbox team said yes, and they were supportive from the start. They even did the disc layout for us, which is something we had no experience doing. Ever since, Xbox has been a great partner, always ready to help solve problems like figuring out how to optimize performance and push the hardware as much as we can, to pushing other boundaries like letting our modding community share full Skyrim and Fallout 4 mods on Xbox.
They talking about their mods. I told you they were better
Since
on
Morrowind, we
Xbox,
watched
bro. They
ZeniMax
work
grow
better.
all around us. We grew too as a studio, and as more and more studios joined the family. We have worked with ZeniMax Online Studios from the start on the Elder Scrolls Online, a relationship that continues today. What they've accomplished with that game is remarkable and a huge inspiration to us. The spirit of mutual admiration and support has been an important part of ZeniMax across all the studios. We have all contributed in big and small ways to each other's games, and we continue to be each other's biggest fans. As we work on our next generation of games, we can think of no better place
Just
to
a
be
little
than
bit of
here at
Starfield
Xbox.
right there.
No matter how crazy the idea, the team at Xbox always says yes.
Elder
let's try it.
Scrolls 6 gonna be
On behalf of everyone at BGS, I want to thank everyone
Don't
who
play
played
with me.
Morrowind back in the day, and every game we've made since. Sincerely, thank you for playing our games. We couldn't have done it without your support, and we hope you are excited to see all the great things we're working on for the future. Thank you.
He was reading that, but
So,
probably
Phil,
something he
as
wrote.
Ashley mentioned, obviously, a big part of our relationship really is owed to the Morrowind product and us working with you all and saying, hey, we're going to stop doing just PC-only stuff and try this console thing and see how that works out.
You know, for me, as a player of your games, you've always challenged yourself. If I think about whether it's bringing a traditional PC genre to console, the work you've done around VR, around streaming, around modding on console, like it's hard for us as a platform to think about the pushes that we've had from a publisher who said, we want to go try something. And at first, of course, we're defensive. Well, I don't know about that. Then we start to think and work together. So many of those innovations, not just for Xbox, but in the
Yeah, they are
industry,
getting back to
are born right
RPGs.
here
Yeah,
at
Avowed is going to be
Bethesda. And
great
it's,
because that's
I
the
think,
same
about the
people
path forward
that made
and
a Fallout
continued
New
push
Vegas.
for us to evolve our platform.
By the
service
way,
is gonna be fantastic.
same
Well, and I
people
think that's
under
part of where
Xbox,
some of that
which, by the
excitement
way,
comes from, right? Which is
used
being
to
a
work
developer,
with
having this kind of
Bethesda,
passion,
so
and even getting to work more
might even get
closely
a
hand in hand with the
New
folks who
Vegas
are
remastered.
making
Maybe
those
both of
decisions,
them can
pushing
come back
those
together in the
technologies, whether
studio.
it's
Daddy
streaming
Xbox,
or
sit them both
console
down, slap them
power
on
or
behinds, and like,
whatever it is, that
play
it
nice.
is different when you're inside versus
I'm telling you.
external.
I'm telling you,
One of the
like
things Todd
it's
and I
about
were
to get
actually
real for
talking about
Xbox,
this morning
bro.
Was to be able to sit down with the teams here.
I like that
and go through
Dishonored
our 10-year roadmap, which
Master
almost
hat
by
sitting there
definition
too.
is wrong because we don't know what's going to happen 10 years from now, but we have an idea. Like we have some plans, and to have that full disclosure with stuff.
You got
that's
an
just kinda
idea for 10
crazy
years from
spaghetti on
now?
the wall ideas and stuff, obviously that's sooner, that's a little more solid, hopefully, and to share that with you and get the feedback. I think Sarah did a good job talking about the fact that we used to always bring our console here first. We'd bring it under a shield of darkness, like, and then bring it, and then watch Todd give us kind of the thumbs up and thumbs down on the design of our console. But that's feedback because when you're inside of your own bubble, it's easy to believe what you've
I
done.
like that.
And we talk about these trust bubbles.
I like that
everybody
they
on the team
unveil
and
their
what we
stuff
believe.
to
You heard
their
it in the
competitors
pieces
and
here.
stuff like that,
Your
instead of just the
studios have a trust
hardware
bubble
and
with
stuff,
themselves. They're
like the
willing to
actual
share
design. Be
stuff
like, hey, you like
with their
that design?
sibling studios and get that feedback.
I like
to
that.
me, this just expanded the smart people that we can talk to about the plans that we have that have a shared vision of where gaming's going.
All right. Anything else? Did we cover all those?
I think so. I'm just incredibly excited for the future. I'm so happy that you took the time to come visit us here in Maryland. I look forward to learning from you, from working with you on this summer event that we've promised now. It's just, the future's exciting.
Summer.
Well, we officially can start working together today,
Yes.
right? This is day one. And,
First meeting right after that.
and it's genuine. What Phil says, like, don't be shy. Give us the feedback. We want to learn from you guys as much as we can share back.
And I'm excited to meet even more players.
There is a
You're gonna
lot
introduce
of
me to
fans
a
on our
lot, I'm
side
sure,
that have grown up playing your games and huge fans of your games. So no shortage of love on our end.
Yeah, it's going to be a fantastic part.
Aaron, any final thoughts?
No, I just listen. I'm the marketing guy, so I'm just gonna
Holographic
say,
stuff?
Listen, this is the start.
Possibly.
So I would say that we haven't got everything figured out yet. We're now officially able to work together. I think what we've achieved between the teams. To have 20 games to be able to go in as a gift for fans to celebrate this moment is really special. That is a lot of work.
20 games
So
coming to Game
we're trying to get
Pass.
these up, and a lot of these are older games that we're getting up and running on PC Game Pass and things like that. But I think it's a great gift for fans.
20 games.
So I think we're really excited about that.
Wow.
As Aaron said, we're excited to go jointly work on stuff together as we think about big beats together. We think about all these studios under one umbrella. We talked about, some of the greatest RPGs ever made, the greatest RPG creators now, all part of one
I really
team.
hope that they show off something.
Shooter tech, the greatest shooter franchise, all part of one team.
Because of all the
beyond
people
that,
that like
innovation
leave
and
the live
creativity
streams and stuff like that after they hear like the
So
final thought
it's
stuff.
just an
I
incredible,
hope they
incredible
show off something. Just to be like, hey, this when you come, you gotta watch to the end before so you know everything. I hope they do.
I'll start, and I know this is something we're doing for everybody to watch, but I'd be remiss if I didn't start with the teams here and what a commitment we have, and I have personally, to building an environment and a culture where creators feel like they can absolutely do their best work. And that is something that's at our core. It's something that Robert and I talked a lot about leading into this, of how do we go create a world-class creative organization together, and kind of in his memory, I want to deliver on that. And I have a commitment to that, to the teams here. And the result of that for the millions of people who love playing games, who love what we're doing at Xbox, is that you're going to get an amazing set of games to go play. From genres across the board, as you said, Aaron, amazing detail, the concentration on the craft. And this is all about the mission that we have of the power of play, to unite people across the planet. 3 billion people playing video games. We want to ensure that anybody who wants to will be able to experience the great games that we're going to build together. Whether that's the technology that we're pushing on or business models to ensure that more people have access to the voices of different creators with different perspectives telling their stories on our platform. I'm just a fundamental believer in the power of video games to help bring this planet closer together, and I think it's a time when we need it, and I love what we're going to be able to do together here.
Perfectly said. We're so excited for this partnership and to get going. We've been chopping at the bit for a while, and can't wait. We got some really exciting stuff coming down the pipe. So thank all of you for joining us today. Thanks to everybody.
He had to leave it out with that. We got some
appreciate
exciting
your time.
stuff.
We hope you enjoyed
He had to say
a
that.
little look at sort of who we are and what we're bringing to the table as Bethesda and Xbox come together in this amazing new partnership, and we can't wait to see what's next. So thank you all for joining us. Take care. Have a good night.
Okay.
Signal detected.
So I'm gonna go off full screen for a second. I think they're showing off pretty much everything, all the games and stuff like that. Now, that's all cool and everything. There was 27,000 people. We started when there was only like, I think 4,000 people coming in. and everything. So that's kind of funny. So many people. Yeah, I'm glad I muted that because it was actually music. But yeah, that's pretty insane. It's pretty insane. I'm glad that if I have to do any takeaway from anyone that came in towards the end of this one of the biggest things that they said was about the exclusivity with Xbox, and it pretty much being if they don't have any kind of prior contracts with any other studios like consoles or anything like PlayStation, Nintendo, stuff like that, if they don't have anything prior to that, pretty much going to be an Xbox exclusive that comes out to Game Pass day one on launch. That's incredible. 100% incredible. The fact that we're getting games, like 20 games to come to Game Pass by tomorrow is great as well. And then on top of that, just them even naming Starfield in there as well was really good. So the fact that we got so many studios and they promised a summer thing to happen is pretty great. I can't honestly be mad at this at all, even though we didn't get any game stuff, but it seems like this summer is when we're going to get the game stuff that they're going to be working on, which gives them a little bit of time currently right now to sort of get those demos ready, work on the game a little bit more, polish it off. That way they can show off either some gameplay, like snippets of gameplay in a trailer, or they give us an actual gameplay trailer or something along the lines in there. But yeah, it looks like it was really great. I'm going to go ahead and skip this on over to the other scene right here. Yeah, there we go. So it looks like it was really great. I enjoyed this one, and for it to be almost about 2 hours, that was me coming in about almost 20 something minutes beforehand. So it was 100. It was about an hour or so. 75 minutes, hour 15 in there. So yeah, pretty great. 100%. We got some things being tuned into. You're probably going to see a massive amount of people making videos on this. Is going to be up within an hour because everyone's just going to be going in on the exclusivity stuff. And yeah, man, you seen it live. Again, appreciate you guys coming out. Any titles I'm looking forward to? Yeah, before I can even close this out, when it comes to Bethesda and all that stuff, I'm definitely looking for Starfield, see what that's going to be about. Because, I mean, you're talking about, Fallout, Elder Scrolls in space. Very looking forward to that. Then you got Elder Scrolls 6, which I don't think is going to be... I don't think Starfield and Elder Scrolls 6 is going to be out next year. I think they're probably 2 or 3 years away from now, if that. Maybe even more for all we know. But you got those games. I'm still very anxious to see anything about any kind of remasters for the old Fallout games. I would love if they remastered Fallout 1 and 2 Tactics or whatever into Fallout 4 engine. Oh my god, I would love that, because this, for someone that didn't play those games, it would be a new game. Even though I've played all the other Fallout games, going back to that would be a new game experience, because you get so much teased about the master for the super mutants and stuff like that and everything. So it'd be great to go back and actually be able to experience that and play that. So that would be something great I would love to see. Hopefully we get something introduced for that. But seeing studios just come together, work on games, sit down, to haven't sit down with each other for a very long time, stuff. Very looking forward to that kind of things. Just any new IP or something like that that gets introduced, I'd be cool with that as well, because new games, great games, they're going to be done a whole lot better with Daddy Xbox right behind them, with the bank account, with the wallet, breathing down their necks, making sure the game looks good and plays good. So yeah, I'm looking forward to a lot of stuff. But again, this is great. I appreciate each and every last one of you guys coming out and hanging out, because it's not a, it's not Dokkan battle related or anything along the lines of that. And plus, it was pretty early stream for a lot of you guys as well. So again, appreciate that 100%. Again, thank you guys for coming out and watching and hanging out. Enjoy the rest of your days. You probably see me tonight stream. So if you're new, subscribe, turn on notifications, come hang out with me when I'm actually in my element of what I do on the channel. Besides, it's something that I currently do off the channel and stuff like that. That's a passion as well. So again, you still, yeah, I appreciate that 100%. But thank you guys for coming out and hanging out. Have an awesome day / night. Wherever you at in the world, stay safe. God bless. And I'm out. Peace.